Hello, everybody. I am the invertebrate. What's that? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am, of course, the Invertebrarian. Thank you for joining us here today. If this is your first time finding me, then please do consider subscribing because it really helps out with the algorithm. And if you are returning, you're amazing. Thank you ever so much. So today's video has been brought to you by me, but courtesy of Lewis at Urban Exotics. I'll put his channel card thing up here. So Lewis is raising money for a dementia care home and is wanting to raise funds to install a koi pond for the residents to be able to enjoy, which is absolutely fantastic. I haven't worked in the care sector myself. I know that any form of enrichment for people suffering dementia and Alzheimer's is absolutely phenomenal. So well done, Lewis, for that. Sorry about sounding a bit horsey. I'm fighting off a flu or some nonsense. I've done the old swabby test. It's not that. Anyway, one of the prizes has ended up in with me, my care, sent to me, and without further ado, thanks Lewis, we are going to that. We'll see that and get to that. And yeah, obviously this box is empty. It has been opened. I've not left them sitting in a box for days, but I'll show you the footage and what we got. Oh, they're stunning. They are stunning. And then we're going to do a setup for them. So without further ado, here's the unboxing part of the video. I think you will agree that they are absolutely phenomenally beautiful little Cubaris.Sp white sharks. Now they are a dwarf species, so they're not very big at all, so you don't really see there's one there. So what we're going to do is do a setup for them. We are using this tarantula room enclosure. There's already a bit of old coir and moss in the bottom of there. That's fine. I'm just going to leave that. But what we're going to do is take some fresh sphagnum moss and place it into the bottom. Now this will help with humidity and almost act as a kind of drainage for them. Should they happen to bury down to it, they're not going to get trapped or caught or stuck, as opposed to if I was to use netting or anything like that. So that's the reason I'm using a natural source for the drainage layer. So we'll get that in there. I think that's probably adequate. So on top of that, we're going to want a concoction of things. We're going to try and do this as a live planted setup. So obviously I will need live plants. So next then, we are using a lovely topsoil. Apologies about the lighting. My lighting ring broke. So I'm just having to use the big light, as we like to call it. So what we want to do is make sure we get plenty of this in here, and then we can give that a bit of a spray down. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned or not, these guys are a dwarf species and originate from Thailand. So we may as well fill this up quite a bit to make sure that they have lots. I'm not going to pack it down too much because we want it kind of loose so that they can bury down through it without too much of a fight if they need to. So yep, as you can see, good depth of soil. So next we are going to need a few other bits and bobs. Right, so we've put the sphagnum moss in, we have put the topsoil in. Now what we need to do is add sort of decorations and stuff, because it's going to be quite awkward to do that and film at the same time. I'm literally just going to turn the camera off, set the tank up, and then we'll have a look at what we've done. So on we go. So at the moment we have added a leaf litter into here, and we've kind of mixed it through the substrate so that it's not just all sitting on the top. A couple of bits of bark in there. Now what we're going to do is try and kind of bring it to life. It looks a bit dull, a bit lackluster, so on to the next phase of this. So hopefully we can turn it from kind of okay to amazing. Let's give it a go. And now we have a little home fit for our new inhabitants. So what's really left to do is get them in there. Look at that. Looks amazing. So we have popped the flash on, because what we need to do is try and check these now. I was asked to make sure, I was told there would probably be more than 20 in here. Now as I say, they are quite a small dwarf species. So there's a tiny little one right there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the tub, try and find as many of them as I can, and see just how many we've got. Right, so I mean there's at least 10, 12, 15 in here already. I've still got all that to sift through. I know there was some in a bit of moss I've just put in here, so there's easily more than 20 of these wee guys in there. Obviously I'm going to need to reuse all this sphagnum moss because they're so small they could be tucked away inside of there. But yeah, just absolutely amazing. Stunning. So I mean there's what, 5 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe getting round to the start again, 15, 16, maybe. So we're talking, there's at least maybe 15, 16, 17 in this little tub alone. As I say, I've still got all that to go. So let's get them into their new home. So as we move this sphagnum moss into here, we need to be, because there's a tiny, tiny little one in the bottom of this tub. See it just down there? Would have so easily been missed. This is why I'm making sure that everything that was in that tub they arrived in is going into this setup. So we've got to be really careful that we don't lose or harm any of our little isopods, because they are super cute. Hopefully where this is sitting, it's going to have a light above it, which should aid these plants in growth. So yeah, really awesome. And there's at least 3 or 4 just there. This is the original moss they arrived in. And to give you an idea, obviously there's my fingers. So as you can see, these are super tiny, cute, stunning. Just look at that coloration. It's like the orange, the white, and then I think that's described as a blue, a bluey orange, and then back onto a whitey orange. And you could just see why anybody keeping these guys would be in love. They're just absolutely beautiful. So I feel very, very lucky to have these in my collection. They are absolutely stunning little isopods. And I would almost go as far as to say they're more beautiful than the old rubber duckies. I'm sure that's probably going to stir up a few people. Rubber duckies are beautiful. I do want to get some, but these guys, I don't know. There's something about them. The white sharks. Are they more beautiful than rubber duckies? Are white sharks more beautiful? I don't know. Pop your comments down below. We can have a wee poll and see which people prefer. But just look at that little isopod and try and tell me that is not one of those stunning things you've ever seen. reached the end of this video. I have just not long since made my donation to Lewis. So if you would like to make a donation, head over to Urban Exotics UK and contact Lewis, and he will give you the details on how to make a donation towards the koi project that he has ongoing just now. Anybody that knows anything about dementia and Alzheimer's, any level of enrichment is absolutely phenomenal. It's such a horrible illness, and chances are you have or know somebody that has been affected by it, so I'm sure you can completely understand. You wouldn't wish it on anybody. But anyway, a huge thank you again to Lewis. Please do head over to Urban Exotics UK, drop in a wee donation. Every little bit would help towards the end goal. But that is it. In the meantime, from me to you guys, let me know what you think. Are they cuter than rubber duckies, or are the sharks not as cute as duckies? Shark eats duck. But anyway, that is it for me to you guys. Thank you ever so much. Do stay tuned. We've got another video coming up quite soon. But in the meantime, please do be good, be kind, and take care of yourselves. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you ever so much, and goodbye. Goodbye.